What is up, everybody? ProjectC28 here, bringing you another review, and this time we're going to look at the Wolverine from the Apacolypse Build-A-Figure wave. So, just to put it simple and plain, this is a really good figure. I'm just going to say it now. If you see him in the wild, buy him. If you see him for a decent price and you don't have him, you need to buy him. He is amazing. The brown suit was good. The Old Man Logan I thought was okay, was decent. This Wolverine beats those two out of the water by a landslide. This is the definitive, not just the costume, but the posability is perfect. The price point is also a really, really good deal as well. For 20 bucks, you're getting the figure, 2 extra hands, and the Build-A-Figure piece. So it's pretty simple and basic, so let's actually get right into it. So as we know, Wolverine's a pretty short dude, but with that, he's a real stocky guy as well. Now, the sculpt on this guy is done very well. The way they sculpted the arms to even the triceps, this guy looks shredded. His back muscles look really good. All the sculpting on this particular figure is done really well. Yes, I know that the body is reused from the brown suit of Wolverine, but this makes it stand out much better. There's no paint shading or anything on the figure, but I think that works because all the details that are in here, that are on the figure, are done. That's all they needed. The stripes here are done really well. There's no paint splotching at all, anywhere. At least not that I've seen. Even the forearms look really good. Right here as well. And then even on the gloves, on the hands here. Everything's done really good. The only thing that I noticed on this figure is just the head. And it's just that there's a little bit of yellow bleeding out on the figure right there. It's not by much, but you can kind of see a little bit of it. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal. This figure looks really good. The teeth is done really well also. The boots look really good. And the one thing I did notice is that the sculpt for the black goes through onto the peg right there, and it looks just perfect. Yeah, no, this is a really stinking good Wolverine. So going over everything Wolverine comes with, he comes with the 2 hands with the claws that you can actually adjust a little bit, which is kind of nice as well, because personally I was a fan of the arcade games and how I personally draw Wolverine. I draw him with his claws a little flailed out like that, but for those who prefer them going straight up like this, you can totally do that. This one's a better example of what I personally like. Just like that, maybe. And it looks really, really nice. So he comes with those 2 hands, and then he comes with these 2 hands. And that's it. And then he comes with the Build-A-Figure piece. As far as accessories, it is a little weak, but honestly, there's not really much more that you can give him aside from like a cigar and maybe an unmasked head. As we know, we have it's not the Legendary Riders. I'm thinking of the original Toy Biz line, but they did come out with that Wolverine that comes with the motorcycle, and he does have a Logan head sculpt on there. You could switch that one out. I'm personally not a fan of that head sculpt, but if your desire is to do that, more power to you. So going over articulation on this figure, it's pretty basic and really simple. Head goes up that far, head goes down. He has a butterfly joint here. The shoulder pad is on the shoulder, so it actually won't inhibit any of the articulation. His shoulder does only go up that much. You can rotate it, but it's going to look a little funny with the shoulder pad on the bottom. But anyway, his shoulder can move all the way around. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double jointed elbow that works pretty decently. His hand can swivel all the way around, go up and go down. He has a diaphragm joint here. He's got ab crunch that works pretty good. Goes that far forward and goes that far back. Like I said, waist twist. His legs can go about that far out. He's got a thigh swivel here. Feet can move forward. Leg can move forward that far. Can move that far back. He's got double jointed knees. He's got a boot rotation right there. Feet can move down, can move up, and he's got a beautiful ankle pivot. So just to give a very quick size comparison, here is my Marvel Legends Black Panther, Storm Collectibles Hayachi figure. So knowing that he's on the smaller body scale, or I'm sorry, he's on the smaller body type for the Marvel Legends, it's a good figure. I mean, it scales in well. He's at the proper scale. He's supposed to be a short, stocky guy. So this totally works out. You have a normal-ish 6-inch scale right here for the Marvel Legend. And then if you want him going up against somebody like Hayachi, he looks pretty evenly matched as far as his height, personally. So I gotta say, this is a really stinking good Wolverine. For the price point, he's exactly what you would need, and he's a really good figure. I haven't had any paint details. The posability is really nice. The sculpt on him, everything is done really well, and it's a really, really good price for what you're getting. So please, if you see him in the wild, please pick him up. He'll be a great addition to your collection. I do want to take this time to thank Pastrami Nation for their continued support. Please check them out, everybody. I'll have a link to their Facebook and Instagram down below, as well as you can follow me on Instagram at ProjectC28, where I will take some more photos of this guy and post them there. And yeah, if you can, just please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It would be really appreciated, so you can see what other reviews are coming up. And in the meantime, everybody, thank you so much, and I'll see you later.